Well, for those of you that didn't get a chance to watch the duel this past Thursday against Northwestern, it was a real exciting match, and a lot of things that we can cover from there. Basically, we had a win here at home, 21-19. Was some real exciting matches, and kind of a wild one. Before the week started, we talked as a staff. We looked at, like always, you look at the incoming team. On paper, they were favored heavily at 3 of the matches, so we knew that their odds were in their favor to win at least 3 of those goes potentially. And then we also had talked about giving Chris Dardanes the weekend off. We have a couple duels during the year that we might give different individuals time off based on what we think is right for them for their peaking process and things of that sort. So this was the week that we knew Chris was going to be off, so there was a chance now they could win 4, we thought. But we thought we'd take the other 6. So anyways, it's Thursday. We're working out. We're doing our weight cut workout, which is a pretty light work. Just guys are getting down to weight, and Sam Brancale's just drilling, and he goes down, posts his elbow, and dislocates his shoulder. So a real freak thing, and it was very unexpected. And just like that, now we're down another guy. We had Jordan Bremer, who was the backup 125-pounder. He'd had the flu and been sick all week. Couldn't make it to practices. He did show up and was working with Sam at that time, was drilling with him. And when Sam went down, like I said, it was about probably maybe an hour before weigh-ins, and we asked Jordan where he was at. He was a little over 5 pounds over. He worked hard to make weight, barely missed weigh-ins, really worked his butt off and lost about 5 pounds in a little over an hour. So he did everything he had to make it, but just like that, now we see on paper this could be a 5-5 duel, a split here, which could make it real crazy. And then in the duel, we started off, Brett Farr got a good win for us, got a couple takedowns, rode really well, looked great, rolled right into 197. Scott Schiller wrestled the number 8 or 9 ranked guy in the country. Was a pretty good battle. Scott scored a couple takedowns and really just pounded him on the top position, did a really good job of riding and just kind of wearing on his opponent. And then a real exciting match, I think one of the most exciting of the night, goes at heavyweight. Crales wrestles the number 1 ranked heavyweight in the country, McMullen. A very good match. Crales gives up a takedown early, but late in the match, Crales almost scores a takedown that could have tied it, put it into overtime, and he just is wrestling, I think, really, really well. So that was exciting. And then going down, we've had to forfeit at 25. Chris Dardanes is out. Jordan Kingsley wrestles at 133, ends up losing a decision there. At 141, Nick Dardanes comes in and gets a good win for us. Goes to 149, another very exciting match. The number 1 ranked Surts is from Northwestern against Jake Short. Short wrestled a good match against him, loses a tight decision. 157, they end up forfeiting to Dylan Ness, which is tough. You know, they forfeited to Dylan and Storley, which are 2 of our key guys that really can go out there and get the ball rolling and score some big points, and that builds good momentum for the next guys as well. And then we lose the decision at 165, so ends up being a tight duel. We knew it would be. We were talking about that earlier in the week. This is going to be a tough one here. With anytime you got to pull a guy or 2 out of your lineup in a Big Ten duel, it's a tough thing to do. So, but overall, the guys did well. We definitely learned a lot. We know we could do better. We talked about bonus points. In some of those matches, we had opportunities to get them. They worked hard, but we got to make sure we capture those just because that's how quick it can be from winning and losing a duel. But other than that, next thing up for us is the Aloha Open in Hawaii. We compete there December 30th. There's some really cool things going on up there. Our guys are going to help out the staff, and the guys are going to do some duels and help some kids clinics and stuff up there for some of the kids up there that don't get to see Division I wrestling. We'll have Oklahoma will be out there, American, Oregon State, and us. Each team's bringing 10 plus guys, so it'll be more of a round robin tournament where the individuals will get some extra matches, and for some of these teams, maybe their second or a backup guy that they want to see wrestle will get a chance to go out there and wrestle as well and get some good experience against some Division I guys. So it should be really, really exciting. Then we'll be back home on January 9th against Michigan, which is a tough duel. You know, we haven't lost. I think it's one of the fewer only duels we lost in the last 3 years or so. Was against Michigan last year, and so we haven't lost much, but that was one team that's coming in. They got a good team. We'd love to have everyone here. We're excited about that one. So please make it back for that one. And then the last note I'd say, if you hadn't had a chance to see that giving back video that our guys did over Christmas break here, that's a pretty good video to go back and check out. With Scott Schiller organized that, and the guys went around and purchased gifts for families and kids and stuff that are in need of gifts around Christmas time. So it was a pretty cool video. So thanks for stopping in here. Thanks for all your support, and we look forward to seeing you guys on January 9th. Take care.